Bye-bye, cabin. This is our last day here in the Sevierville Pigeon Forge area. If you're wondering what cabin this is the Misty Morning at Outrageous Cabins at Country Pines. If you saw our first video, I went through and did a walkthrough. The noise is the dishwasher. One of the rules to check out is any dishes you used, you got to put it in the dishwasher and sanitize it on that mode. For checking out, put the temperature for the AC back to 73 and turn off all the lights, and put the dirty towels in the shower and take out your trash. So we're going to leave. It's a really pretty day out and we're off to Nashville for about a 4-hour drive. So we're just driving around Knoxville just to kill some time because we're driving to Nashville, and if you don't know, Nashville is Central Time, where we were in Sevierville, and in Knoxville it is Eastern Time. So we'll be gaining an hour. Even if I drive super slow, we're still going to get there early due to the time zone difference. So we're going to take a motor tour of the University of Tennessee, which is in Knoxville right here, and it's a huge campus, and we'll go check it out. This campus is like a small town. Check that out, that's crazy. It's got traffic lights and all. I went to a university in Massachusetts. It's a medium-sized school, but these are huge dorms or buildings or whatever. This is Volunteer Boulevard. Looks like the stadium's that way, but we'll just take a turn to the left, check it out, and come back around. I see there's multiple fields. There's a field over there, and then there's a field over here too. Right there. Amazing how huge this campus is, and it just keeps going. And there's Neyland Stadium. Holy moly, look at that. That is a huge football stadium. We would never ever get this in Hawaii because we suck. We really do. We never get money for anything. But look at the gates to the front entrance. That is amazing. I like the architecture. Can't even get it all on camera, it's so high. That's the ticket box office, and another entrance right there. Wow, cool mascots and some football players there. There's the entrance right there, the University of Tennessee. And that's pretty much it. I mean, lots of big buildings. It just keeps going on and on and on. That would suck if you had a class on one end and you had to hike it to another end for another class. Alright, next stop, just to kill time, we're going to check out some of the Asian stores, or one of them anyway, in Knoxville. There are many, but it is a Sunday and some of them don't open till 12, so I don't want to wait here that long. So this is the first one that opens at 11. It's called Lucky Asian Food Mart, run by a bunch of Koreans, so they say in the reviews of Google. We'll check out some items, maybe grab some Korean ramen and maybe some microwavable rice, which we could not find in Food City or any regular grocery store here in East Tennessee. So let's check out what they have inside. Wow, they have a lot of ramen that you can find at Palama Supermarket. Some Korean curry and drinks. Frozen Korean items like mandu. We have some Korean type bao buns. Hey, look, they have Hawaiian Sun from our hut.
But that's not my favorite.
Here's some Korean snacks. We struck gold. Here's some awesome looking kimchi. But we're going to be staying in a hotel, so we can't have it. Look at all this kimchi. Even have what looks like taco poke, but they call it squid salad. They have my favorite radish kimchi, dried radish kimchi, and some tegu. Alright, these are some of the finds we got, some of the things we get at home. So when we get to Memphis, we can eat some, since we're going to a different Airbnb. And we're going to be in a little hotel in Nashville, so we can't cook. This is my favorite Korean ramen. We got this one, which I also like for my son because it's mild. Got 2 cooked white rices in case we want to make a meal. And a sealed thing of radish kimchi. So that way it doesn't stink up the hotel in Nashville, and we can keep it in the fridge. And we can eat it once we're in Memphis. Some pretty good things in there. You could definitely live here in Tennessee if you crave some Korean food or Asian food. They also had a very extensive Japanese section. It had everything from the S&B cod roe pasta that you can get at Don Quixote, all the things, miso, had vegetables in a produce aisle. I just didn't want to film too much because the lady kept staring at me and there's cameras everywhere, so I don't think they liked that. But they had all the Japanese ramen too on a separate side. It had Sapporo ramen and all the other ones I can't think of, but they even, you know, like I showed, had Hawaiian Sun, so that's pretty cool, and Itoen teas, so pretty cool that they have multiple Asian markets here in Tennessee. We're here in Mount Juliet. It's a small town near Nashville. We figured we'd stop around here to show you something special if you love country music. Here we are at Mount Juliet Memorial Gardens. The entrance goes over a railroad. How strange, so sorry for the bumps. But we're here to see Charlie Daniels' grave. And if you don't know who he is, he performed The Devil Went Down to Georgia. And he moved over here to Mount Juliet, and this is has been his home for a long time. And you can see his grave right there, because it is marked with that big flagpole with the United States flag and the Tennessee flag. Here he is, the man, Charlie Daniel. October 28th, 1936 to July 6, 2020. People leave coins and trinkets. And there's his picture. And right below him is LaRue Daniels. And it is marked with a nice bench with the American flag and the Tennessee flag under it. We're here at the Hendersonville Memory Gardens. pretty big cemetery to see another famous country singer that had passed away. I must say, the roads towards Nashville and the freeways, or whatever you want to call them, expressways, are actually very terrible compared to East Tennessee. Tons of potholes, even on the freeway. But let's drive a little further, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we are. This is the grave of Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash, his wife. And then near him are his relatives. Here's Wyatt Merle Kilgore's grave right next to Johnny Cash. He co-wrote The Ring of Fire with June Carter. And also, before he passed away, he was Hank Williams Jr.'s manager, I believe. Really, really cool. In the back of their graves it says, Cash and Carter, I walk the line, wildwood flower. If you're wondering and interested in coming here, if you're ever in the Nashville area and you're in Hendersonville, if you see where you enter, right there is the main roadway. When you're entering, to the left is the business office. You just take the road to the left, park over here next to this building, and there's a walkway that leads right to it. Alright, we're gonna head over to our hotel in Nashville and take a rest. So this was perfect timing because it should be open to check in. And I believe there are other people buried here that are famous in country music, especially in the mausoleum, which is right there. There's some of the people that played with Conway Twitty, I believe, and also wrote his songs, some of his songs, and helped write them. But I don't really know their names. They're kind of a little bit not as famous, but if you're really into country music, you can probably find them in there in the mausoleum. I forgot one more thing. We're right in the neighborhood of Johnny Cash's estate, or his house. It's closed to the public, but we'll just do a drive-by and look at what it looked like. Wow, so this is a very nice neighborhood with a lot of mansions. And I believe this wall right here, the orchard, is Johnny Cash's estate. We have finally made it to our hotel for only a day and a half. This is the Holiday Inn, Goodlettsville. It's got the TV and a nice desk area. We have the nice view of something over there, and I believe over there is a Kroger right next door, and a U.S. Postal Service right next door, which is perfect because I have a lot of things to send home, so our suitcase isn't full. And the grocery store is right next door with a gas station, so we can get some drinks and things. This is a little couch, a nice bed that I've been sleeping in, or just resting in. I have found I like the Holiday Inns, the IHG hotels. The one in Bozeman, Montana was awesome. This is a nice place to put your suitcases. a nice closet with a safe, ironing board, an iron, some hangers. We don't really use that, but a nice fridge with some ample space. We already put some drinks in there. Keurig for coffee. Oh, awesome. And they have Green Mountain coffee, which is good. A little microwave. What I do like about this one is they have nice soap. So we already opened it. They have Dove soap. They have a nice shower cap if you want to, and they give you a little squunchy or scrunchie, whatever you call it, to tie your hair. Some Dove body lotion, which is great because I ran out. Some mouthwash and 2 makeup removers. Not that I need it, but I guess it's to clean your face. Tissues, lots of towels, more down there, and some toilet paper, and a pretty spacious big shower with more Dove products. So that's awesome. Very clean and nice for a day and a half. So initially we wanted to find a place to eat in Nashville, but we could not find anywhere to park because it was $40 to park due to the Country Music Award Fest going on, and I didn't know. So here we are near our hotel, and we're going to try Pueblo Viejo. For starters, you get free chips and homemade salsa, and I started with a Pacifico Cerveja.
Look at me, I just scooped up look how much salsa I have. And the meat.
I went with the carne asada, which is thinly cut beef, almost bulgogi style, with some roasted hot peppers, avocado, onions, and tomato, with some refried beans and rice. It also comes with tortillas. It was very tasty and tender, and I'm actually happy that we got to come here. So we're going back to the hotel to relax, and this is the bill if you're curious. See you on the next episode.